What's up, YouTube? This is Racing's Natural Aquariums, coming to you with a new name, which the tank kind of explains the natural look. But I want to give a big shout out and thanks to Dave Betancourt Aquariums for coming up with that name. Also, check out his channel. He's got a lot of great videos and some beautiful tanks. And I know a lot of people have been asking for some updates, so I figured, being I've been sick for a week and pretty much trying to recoup, I would get together a video here. But as you can see, this menagerie is my 55 planted community tank, complete with guppies, neons, coolie loaches, platies, various tetras, bushy nose, plecos, red painted fire shrimp, yellow fire shrimp. There might even still be a few red cherries in here somewhere. Cories, brass neons. But at any rate, we're on Charles' stream, I think it was last week, and we got talking about driftwood. And he was interested in seeing my driftwood. So I figured, here we go. This piece was actually found on a riverbank. It's solid, and then it opens up, and then it goes back to solid. Initially, when I got it, it was floating, so I had tied some river rock that I found to it and used the Java fern to mask the fish line, and then I put in a stone in the back to hold the bigger section down and covered it with moss. What was cool about this piece is there were little chunks, flat pieces of what looked like almost like quartz that had grown into various parts of this driftwood. Didn't cause any problem with the tank, and the only issue that I had was the biofilm. But I have 3 pretty decent sized Amanos in there, and they were going to town on it. Some of the guppies, in the beginning of the guppies, were eating it, as well as a few other fish. I think I don't remember if my Autosynclus were eating it or not, but you'd see them pick at it. And then eventually it started to disappear, and what was left I just picked off by hand. And as you can see, that's the end result. Which probably I'll do another video about driftwood and hunting locally, because you figure this piece, which is probably, you figure it's a 55, so it's 4 feet long. This is probably just over 3.5 feet with the angle of the driftwood. A piece like that is probably $70, $80, $90 in a fish store. A lot of people will say don't bother, just buy it from a pet store. Teach their own. But I think the key to success, whether it be with the aquarium, with a fish, or a specific type of fish, driftwood, substrate, is research, patience, and preparation. And you can pretty much accomplish any goal that you want to accomplish. So don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Unless the consensus is that you honestly can't do it. Which, that being said, I can't throw an Oscar in here. Yes, the tank is big enough to support it, but guess what? This all becomes snacks and dinner and lunch and breakfast. But as you see here, which, sorry if it's not focusing well, they are the juveniles from birth over the last several months, and they've all grown up and they're all doing really well. I only started out with probably 6 platies, give or take, and as you can see, they're all doing well. And there was actually more platies in here than I realized that were actually in here. They just suddenly appeared. There's also some Von Rios in here. And then you've got your neons and your cardinals. There are two striped Raphaels in here. There are some Cories in here of various species, which they're too busy eating. And a few snails, which, you know, I've learned to adjust to, not really a big deal. Some more of the babies that have grown up. And yes, my aquarium co-op sticker and my Dustin's fish tank. But I do have this Apangagitan Crispius that I got from Corey, growing beautiful. And probably one of my favorite plants that I got from Corey is the octopus plant. That is really taking off so nice, and it looks really cool. I also have various styles of crenums in here, various styles of Anubias. Some, for whatever reason, my postal service around here absolutely sucks. Every time I'm supposed to get a 2-day package, it comes in about 2 weeks. So I guess they must confuse days with weeks and weeks with days. So maybe if they sent it with 2 weeks delivery, I'd get it in 2 days. But at any rate, yes, and there is some algae in here. I actually ran out of CO2 booster, but it's controlled, and I don't mind it because the platies and everybody and the Octocinclus and whatnot love to feed on it. So I don't mind it. It's not taking over my tank. It's staying under control. Sorry if I sound nasally. I'm getting over a nasty virus. But I wanted to show you one of my favorite plants. This was one of the very first plants that I put in this tank before I started. Let me put some light on the subject here. There you go. Now you can see it much better. This crypt, when I put it in, was that tall and probably about that wide. Now look at it. It's just as wide as it is tall. Very beautiful plant. And as you can see, the jungle of the wisteria hanging here, which creates a great place for hiding for my shrimp. My Kuilok actually likes to hang out in there, and the various shrimp as well. And I got talking with a few folks, and there is the Cascade 1000, excuse my mess. Doing really well, keeping the tank clean. No complaints with it, got it at a good price. So everything is working, running the Phoenix 24/7 light. And the Aquarium hang-on back filter, which, thanks to Corey, gave me some ideas, and I hot rodded it. And it's kind of funny because the little plastic shelf in the front, I created a pad to create more bacteria growth. Now I just happen to go to Petco and PetSmart, and I see them selling it for $7 or $8 for a pack of like 3 strips, which I kind of chuckled at, because here is something that I did months ago that I've never seen. I just thought it was a good idea and did it, and now they're selling it. So, at any rate, I'm definitely going to try to get some more content out and different type of videos. But I know a lot of folks have been asking, so I did want to get this out there. And definitely want to give some shout-outs. The folks that we see on Aquarium Co-op stream and Steen Fight Aquatic stream. First shout-out is definitely to Corey, the hardest working man in the hobby from Aquarium Co-op. Dustin's Fish Tank. Dustin, he definitely takes care of his folks that order from him. But the H2O plants, I've got to say, I've watched a lot of his videos, him and his wifey, as he calls her. They definitely have some funny moments. He's got some beautiful plants. Go and check his channel out. Charles Fish Tank, Big Fly Media, another good guy. Great live feed on Sundays. Kayla C. And with the mention of Kayla C., if you're on Steen Fight Aquatics live stream tonight, wish her a happy birthday. She is stuck at home, and I think this would definitely be a nice surprise for her. And who else? Danny Aquarium, Psychedelic Babe, Deb Tim, Dave's Fish, Short and Anxious, Big J Aquatics, Josh's Aquarium and Railroad, Sashimi Whiskey, Christian Yarahita, Dave Hitshoe, D from Brooklyn. That man is funny. You got to check out his videos and his beautiful tanks. Chris Gustian, Sergeant Tank, another good video channel. Michael's Fish Room, very informative, does a lot of content. Again, Dave Betancourt Aquariums. The Water Box, super informative, beautiful tanks, and definitely funny. Laura, great tanks, always got awesome content. Go check out her algae wall. One that's a little bit different that I enjoy watching, though, is the Old School Fish Guy. He's a laid-back brother, and he tells it like it is, and definitely a channel to check out. Tropical Freshwater Abodes. Tank Head Video, another one of my personal favorites. Brian Cochran, Neon Tetra Aquarius, Zach Tank's Crazy Aquarium Guy. Who else am I forgetting? Siren Sea Reviews Aquarium, Fish Tropics, Bob from Steenfot Aquatics, LR Bretts. And if you're looking for shrimp, he is the man to check out. He's got such beautiful shrimp at a very fair price. Check out his website. I think it's LR Brett Aquatics, but check it out. You can search it out and give him a look. V-Stag, another good channel. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head if I forgot anybody or not. And, you know, I'm pretty sure down the road I will come up with their names. Joel Jalot, D Bachelor Planet Aquariums, another great channel. I know there's so many out there. Rob Hicks Aquariums. And if I forgot any of you guys, I am truly sorry. But there are so many channels out there. I would highly advise the novice in the hobby as well as the experienced. Come check out Aquarium Co-op's live stream on Sundays. Check out Steamfot Aquatics on Saturday nights, as well as Up All Night with LR Bretts. Pick My Brain and Charles Fish Tank's live stream. It's a wealth of knowledge, not only from the presenter of the channel, but all the people involved on the channel. We're all there in chat. We're all there helping, giving ideas, tips, even asking our own questions. So it's well worth it. If you've got questions, if you're new to the hobby, we want you to succeed. We'd rather see you doing this than going out in the streets and getting in trouble, especially for you young ones. And now that I think about it, young ones, an impressive dude, in my opinion, that's got great content, fun to watch. Even went as far as interviewing Corey from Aquarium Co-ops, is Flynn's Fish Room. This kid has got his stuff together. He does what he does to make money to get his tanks. Very knowledgeable at such a young age. I kind of think he's like Corey reincarnated as a child. We'll probably see him owning a fish store at some point down the road. Short and Anxious. I don't know if I mentioned her, but definitely hashtag more FaceTime. And Charles Fish Tank's live stream, hashtag hide the jug. See, and these are little jokes that for most of you folks that don't go to these channels will get if you come to the channels. So, hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for stopping by. And I just happened to see I have 88 subscribers, guys and girls. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Hopefully, as this channel grows, I get more content in it at some point down the road. Maybe I too, like Big J Aquatics and a lot of other folks, will do some sort of contest, but that'll be down the road. And again, you know, I thank each and every one of you for stopping by, checking out the channel, your comments. Spread the word, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. This is Racing's Natural Aquariums. Check it out. Keep the sleeves wet.